So in the last video, I was talking about how I finally fixed the seal on my thermostat housing. You can't really see it right now, but it's finally fixed. But in this video, I'm gonna be actually draining and filling it. So I'm gonna be taking out the distilled water that it has in it right now. I'll be making some 50-50 out of this Peak Original Equipment Technology red and pink. I'll be making my own 50-50 out of this, and then once I take out whatever is in the radiator, because I'm not gonna do a whole flush, I'm just gonna drain the radiator and then replace whatever I take out. So first I'll drain the radiator, measure how much I took out, and then replace that with 50-50 once I make it with distilled water that I have over there. So yeah, let's do that. So here's what I'll be using: a 3-ton jack to make it really easy to lift from the front end, some chocks to stop the car from moving once I jack it up, and some jack stands to set the car on once I start burping the car, because I need to have the car elevated to get most of the bubbles out. And I'll be using these drain pans or these oil pans to drain the water and see how much I take out. Okay, so to drain the radiator, you go down here. You don't even need to jack it up. I have my phone down here for some light. It'll be right there. That screw you'll loosen counterclockwise and let the coolant out. It's a little tight, so you might need some pliers, or you might need just some firm hands to unloosen it. But be careful not to strip it or break it, because it is plastic. So I just unloosened it. You can kind of see it. It's dripping. I'm gonna loosen it more. Wait, that's tightening it. There you go. So you see, you can just loosen it and it'll just start draining the coolant. But in my case, I have distilled water in it, so I'll be draining whatever distilled water I have in the radiator and filling it up with 50-50. So let's see how much I take out. So the car is still draining of distilled water. While I'm waiting, I'll be making some coolant. I'll be filling up just 1 liter of water, then 1 liter of coolant, and then I'll be filling it up into this jar here to make 50-50, and then I'll fill out whatever I take out with the 50-50 that I make. Okay guys, so I just made my 50-50. Here it is. Used 50% of this, 50% of distilled water to make some coolant, and we're gonna be putting it into the 2005 Camry. I'm gonna put it into this plastic bottle over here just to see how much I took out. I think it'll fit into this, but let's find out. So this is what I drained from the radiator. It's mostly distilled water, but it is a little pink because it had some coolant left in it. But it was mostly 1 gallon. It did spill a little bit, but I'll be replacing it with this. 1 gallon of 50-50 that I made from the Peak Original Equipment Technology red and pink, and some distilled water. So I'll be replacing this with some 50-50. So now that I've refilled the radiator with the 50-50 that I made, I'm gonna turn on the car. Well, first I'll lift it up, turn on the car, and then start burping the system. It'll probably suck in more coolant, so I'll make more coolant to top off the radiator. Once it's all burped out, I'll lower it, and yeah, should be good for the next day. Okay, so now I have it lifted up. I'm gonna turn on the car, and hopefully nothing goes bad. It's on the jack stands right now, so let's see. Seems okay. I see the coolant over there. Let's go check out the coolant and see how much it sucks in, because I did make some coolant over there to replace whatever's missing. I don't think it should be too much though. So the car is on now. As you can see, it's already bubbling, getting rid of some of the air bubbles already. So I'm gonna put a little bit more coolant. As you can see, it's sucking most of it in. Once it starts warming up, I'll be pressing on the hoses to get rid of more air. I was able to make 1 more gallon of antifreeze, so I'm not going to tighten it all the way up, just a little bit, just to let some air out. And I'll probably keep this just in case. There was a little bit of a overspill, but pretty much a gallon. Alright guys, so I made my 50-50 over there. I have 1 more gallon for the next time that I drain and refill the radiator. But in this video, I got rid of the distilled water, or some of the distilled water, and refilled the radiator with 50-50. Now that I've done that, I'm gonna run the car for a couple days to try to burp it, I guess, and try to replace whatever coolant that is sucked into the system. Once I do that, I'll either, in the next video, I'll either get new tires or do an oil change. Not too sure. Or I'll do an oil change and do another drain and flush of the radiator. Or drain and fill of the radiator, not too sure. But I just wanted to put some actual 50-50 in the system to actually help it from not rusting from the distilled water. So that's for now. Hopefully it doesn't leak, like I said. And yeah, in the next video, I'll keep you guys updated. Thanks for watching. If you guys can comment or subscribe, it'll definitely help. And until next time, guys.